Another European Championships is fast approaching with Italy winning Euro 2021. It is going to be a very interesting tournament. Of course, there are 7 groups of of 5 teams and 3 with 6 teams. Enjoy the video. Please do leave your predictions in the comment section down below. Get a drink because this will be a very, very big video. So please leave your predictions down in the comments and let's get on with the show. So Group A, as we got Spain, Scotland, Norway, Georgia, and Cyprus. Yes. So 5th position, I'm going to go for Cyprus. This is a very, very difficult group. Now, I do think that if you look at Cyprus, that they do have home advantage, and I think that might be key. It's a very, very tricky group. I don't think many people would expect them to get through, but I'm going to go for Cyprus to finish in 5th position. 4th position, I'm going to go for Georgia. Willie Sagnol's team, of course, and obviously there is one man when we do talk about Georgia, Kvicha Kvaratskhelia. Yes, the Georgian Messi, as many people like to call him. This is going to be a very, very interesting group for Georgia, and they always do spring a bit of an upset, especially for Scotland. They do like to beat Scotland, but I just think they just don't have enough to get through in Group A. So 4th position, Georgia. 3rd position, this is where it gets very, very interesting. 3rd, I've got Norway. Now, Norway haven't qualified since Euro 2000. So a long, long time since they have qualified for a European competition. Holland, Odegaard, look, that squad is very, very good. It's just I'm not so sure that they've got the squad to do it. And they might be a little bit heavy reliant on Holland to, get them goals. But they will do very, very well, I think, to get through. But I just don't think they've got enough in the squad. But it's a talented squad. So I'm going out on a limb and say Norway in 3rd. 2nd, I'm going for Scotland, and mainly because I do think that this team is vast improving. I think it is improving. We have obviously got a lot of injuries to deal with recently as well, but I do think that. Apart from the striking options, there's not very, very many. We've got good midfield, got good left backs and good right backs with Callum Patterson and Andy Robertson, etc. But I'm just going to go for us to finish 2nd because I just think Hampden Park will be absolutely electric. So I'm going to go for Scotland to finish in 2nd place, and then obviously that leaves number 1 in Spain. I do think that Spain are going to win this group. Had a very interesting World Cup, it has to be said. They did get knocked out in the group stage. So that was very, very disappointing from Spain. And let's be honest, they were very, very good attacking. It was just a lot of the things that they didn't do was score enough goals, and that was it for Spain. So it's going to be a very, very interesting group. I do think that will be the way that it ends as well. So we'll move on to Group B, and we have Netherlands, France, Ireland, Greece, and Gibraltar. Well, there's no surprises who's going to come 5th in this group. Gibraltar are going to come 5th in this group. Yeah, I think their best opportunity would probably be trying to get results home. I do expect Gibraltar to give teams a bit of a good game, especially Ireland and in Greece. But unfortunately, I just think Gibraltar, this will be too much for them as well. So Gibraltar in 5th place. 4th position, I'm going to go Ireland. Yeah, I think. Look, Ireland are a very, very good up and coming team. Bazanu, Kelleher, Collins, Michael Obafemi as well. Ireland have got a very, very good up and coming squad to come, and I do think as well with Evan Ferguson as well up front. I think they will do. They will try and do well, but I think this tournament may have just come a little bit too soon for Ireland. But I do think that Ireland will will be getting better and better because they have a very good squad coming up very shortly as well. So yeah, fourth position, Ireland. Third position, I'm going to go Greece. Yes, I'm going to go Greece. Gus Poyet. Yes, the ex-Sunderland manager, of course. Look, I don't think Gus Poyet is a very good sort of league manager, but when it comes to European qualifiers, I think he will do well, and I do think this Greece side is looking very good with Kostas Tsimikas as captain as well. I think Greece will be doing very well to try and qualify for this group. So third place, I'm going to go for Greece. Now, second place, we know that it's Netherlands and France that are going to be 1 and 2, but which way is it going to be going around? I think second is going to go to La France. Yes, Allez le Bleu, of course. Varane and Benzema are gone. No more caps for them in these tournaments. So that's going to be very interesting. That's going to be really interesting. That they've got a fabulous squad, France. It has to be said. They could easily have an A team, a B team, a C team, or a D team. The talent that they have got in their squad is absolutely amazing. So I fully expect France to do well. But I'm going to go for them to finish second, and then that means Netherlands are number 1 in this group. Yes, new man at the helm, of course, Ronald Koeman back in charge, and it is going to be very intriguing to say the very least. Cody Gakpo, Virgil van Dijk, lots of very good players coming up on this Holland side. I do think that Holland will win Group B ahead of France, but it's going to be really intriguing to say the very least. So now we move on to Group C: Italy, England, Ukraine, North Macedonia, and Malta. Fifth position, Malta. Yeah, this is going to be a very tricky group, and yeah, if they can get a good result against maybe North Macedonia, maybe a Ukraine, maybe they might be able to do it, but not for me. Fifth position, Malta. Fourth position, North Macedonia. They have obviously lost a couple of players, and obviously Goran Pandev, but they've still got Elmaz, Alioski, of course. Still a very good outfit, and they were very unlucky not to qualify for the World Cup, losing to Portugal in the end. But I do think North Macedonia will do well in this group. I do think that they will do well in this group. Third position, I'm going to go for Ukraine. I do think that Ukraine are another up-and-coming side, especially with players like Mudryk coming in, as well as Zinchenko, of course, is very good. But they just don't have enough to compete, I don't think, with England and in Italy. I really don't see it. But I do think that Ukraine will do well in this group to get third. Now, we obviously know that second and first is obviously Italy and England, but which positions do I think both of these will be coming in? I'm going to go second England. Yes, I'm going to go second England. We know that England's record against Italy is not the best. It has got to be said. That is very true. The record is not very good against Italy, but Gareth Southgate is still in charge of England. They've got to get through. The amount of talent that they've got: Bellingham, Saka, Rice, Kane, Sterling. Alexander Arnold. There's so much talent in that England squad that you just say yes, they'll be doing very well to get through in that group. So I'm going to go for England to finish second, and then obviously the current holders of the European Championships is Italy. Yes, very disappointing not qualifying for another World Cup. So that will be on Roberto Mancini's brain as well. That will be in his thoughts, is that they didn't qualify for another World Cup. But I do think Italy have got a very good up and coming squad with the likes of, obviously, Barella, Raspadori, Scamacca. I think Italy will do well. I think they will do very well, and I am going for them to pip England to first position in this group. So we'll move on to Group D, and it is Croatia, Wales, Armenia, Turkey, and Latvia. Fifth position, Latvia. They haven't had a very good time of it recently, and I don't see them posing much of a threat in this group, unfortunately. So fifth position, Latvia. Fourth position, Armenia. I just don't see them having enough to go through. They have still got on, obviously, Onrik Mkhitaryan as well, but unfortunately, they've just not got enough to get through in this group. Third, I'm going Wales. The first European Championships without Gareth Bale, their best player. I think Aaron Ramsey is another one that's obviously, retired as well. So the change of the guard for Wales. Rob Page is obviously still in charge as well, but I do think that Wales will do well to get third. I think they'll beat Armenia, and I definitely think they'll beat Latvia. But I'm just not convinced with Rob Page's side at this moment in time. Especially, I do think that they are in a transition period, especially without Gareth Bale. So I'm going to go Wales in third position. Second position, I'm going to go Turkey. Another team that were very disappointing to miss out in the last World Cup. And I do think that, again, they've got another good squad coming up. Obviously, Ozanka back, Ugurkan Shakir. They've got some very, very good players. Still got, obviously, Hakan Çalhanoğlu as well. I expect Turkey to do well in this group, and I think that they will get second. I do think they will get second. And that means, obviously, number one is Croatia. Let's be honest, Croatia, every single time that we expect them to do well. And look, they did well at the last World Cup. They beat Brazil of all teams, and they did manage in the end to get that third place playoff position. Of course, was very, very good from Croatia. So I expect Zlatko Dalic's team to do very, very well. There was possibly of Zlatko Dalic potentially going to Ajax, but that has gone very, very quiet. So I don't think that's going to happen. But I fully expect Croatia to be too good in this group. So we'll move on to Group E now, and we have Poland, Czech Republic, Albania, Faroe Islands, and Moldova. Fifth position, I'm going to go Moldova. Yes, I fully expect them to be the whipping boys of this group. I honestly do, and I do think it's going to be very, very intriguing, to say the very, very least. Fourth position, this is where it gets really, really interesting. So is it going to be Albania or the Faroe Islands? I'm going to go for a wee surprise. I'm going to go Albania fourth. Yeah, I have seen a lot from this, Faroe Islands doing very, very well. They are an up and coming side recently as well. So I think Albania, they do have a good squad, but unfortunately, I just don't think they've got enough to beat Poland or Czech Republic as well. But obviously, good luck to obviously Albania in that group. Third position, I'm going Faroe Islands. Yes, I have been very impressed with Faroe Islands. We all remember them when they were sort of minnows, and quite recently, I think they've had a very, very good time of it recently. They really, really do. They really have, and I do expect them to cause a bit of a surprise. And I think this is an up and coming side. I do think it's an up and coming side, so I fully expect Faroe Islands to have a bit of an interesting outfit as well. So yeah, Faroe Islands third. That might be a bit of a controversial pick, but we will obviously wait and see. Second place. This is where it gets interesting as well. I'm going Czech Republic to finish second. Yeah, look, Czech Republic are a very, very good side, obviously, with what's his name, Hlozik, and obviously, the big striker name going for me at the moment. But I have to say I do think Czech Republic will finish second in this group. And then first position, of course, is Poland, managed by Fernando Santos. Yeah. Where did that come from? I don't think anyone expected Fernando Santos to be Poland manager, but yeah, it is just one of those things, isn't it? But I fully expect Poland to be much more attacking under Fernando Santos, and I think they'll be more organised as well I think there were two defensive at the World Cup were Poland, and they were a bit lucky to get through in the group stage. But that is how I see Group E coming along. So we have Group F now: Belgium, Austria, Sweden, Azerbaijan, and Estonia. Fifth position, Estonia. Yes, another sort of these sort of wee minnows that you'd have to say, and I fully expect them to be sort of the whipping boys in this group. Fourth position, Azerbaijan, another team is actually getting much better. They actually had a very good 2022, only losing one game, I think, in 2022. So very up and coming side, and I do expect them to do well in this tournament. So I am going to go for Azerbaijan to finish fourth. Now, third position. This gets very interesting. I'm going to go Austria to finish in third position. I think obviously Ralf Rangnick is obviously in charge, but they do need to rely on obviously Arnautovic to get the goals. They obviously do need to rely on Alaba at the back as well. So unfortunately, I just think that Austria will be pipped by obviously Sweden and Belgium. So third position Austria, second position Sweden. I'm going to go for Sweden. Look at their side that is up and coming. I mean, you've got Forsberg, you've obviously got Isaac. Very interesting team. Lindelof, of course, coming through as well. This is a very good Sweden side. So if Sweden can do very well, I think the manager is under pressure because they didn't do very well the last time. But I do think Sweden will go through in second position. And then first position is Belgium. Martinez has gone. Yes, we never thought the day would come, but Roberto Martinez has now gone. And his replacement is Domenico Tedesco. Yes, that's going to be very interesting, I think, is that hiring. It's going to be very intriguing to say the very least. But a lot of the old guard are going to be going from Belgium. Obviously, Eden Hazard is obviously retired now from international football. So again, bit of a transitional period for Belgium, but I do expect them to finish top of this group. I think they should have enough to top that group. And now we move into Group G now. We have Hungary, Serbia, Montenegro, Bulgaria, and Lithuania. Fifth position, Lithuania. Yeah, it's going to be fifth position. It has to be. A side that we thought had a very good sort of chance to sort of be on the outskirts of probably qualifying. Not anymore. They've not got a good enough squad to compete at all. Another side who haven't got a very good chance of competing is Bulgaria. Gone are the days of obviously Dimitar Berbatov, Stilian Petrov, Martin Petrov, of course. I do think that Bulgaria are going to finish in fourth position. Now, this is where it gets really interesting for me. I'm going to go Montenegro in third position. I think, obviously, they still have Stefan Jovetic. Yes. Who would have believed that? They still have Stefan Jovetic in their sights. So that's going to be very interesting to say the very least. But Montenegro should be good enough to get third. Second, I'm going Serbia, a side that had a very disastrous World Cup. Were not good at all. And I do expect them to be a lot better, especially with obviously Milenkovic, Savic, Mitrovic. There's some very good players of Serbia, but they do need to get a bit better from that World Cup because they were very poor in the World Cup. And that's first position Hungary. This is a side to watch. Willie Orban, Szoboszlai, Salai, very good side Hungary. And they did beat England 4-0 away from home. We do remember that. So this is a side not to be underestimated by any stretch of the imagination. So I'm going to go Hungary to win Group G. And now we move into the groups that have 6 teams in them. We have Denmark, Finland, Slovenia, Kazakhstan, Northern Ireland, and San Marino. Yes. Group H, of course. Sixth position, San Marino. Now, if San Marino score a goal, we will expect the usual tweets of "We have scored, we have scored, we have scored." Yeah, they're going to be the whipping boys. Let's be honest, they are going to be the whipping boys. I do expect them to be the whipping boys in this group. Fifth position, I'm going to go Northern Ireland. They are now managed again by Michael O'Neill, but I'm not sure they can sort of get back to the days that he managed to get them to, international tournaments. I don't think it's going to be enough this time. But we'll wait and see. We will wait and see, of course, to say the very, very least. Fourth position, Kazakhstan. Again, another side not to be sort of, underestimated at all. And I do expect Kazakhstan to be a very, very interesting outfit. Definitely an interesting outfit indeed. Third position, I'm going to go Slovenia. I think that obviously Oblak is obviously one of those ones to watch. Very, very good goalkeeper. He is a very, very good shot stopper, and I do expect Slovenia to have a good European competition. But second position, I'm going to go Finland. Yes, I think. Obviously, I know Finland are in a little bit of transition at the moment, but still got guys like Pukki, Glenn Kamara. I think they'll be all right. I think they'll be fine. I think this would be an interesting group for Finland, but I do think they can get second. I really, really do. So first position, Denmark, another side who had a disastrous World Cup, and I expect Kasper Hjulmand to do very, very well in this World Cup coming up. European qualifiers, I should say. I do expect them to do very, very well, and I think Denmark are a side that just need a bit of a refresh, but I fully expect them to go through. Fully expect them to go through Group H. That is to say the very, very least. And now we move into Group I. We have Switzerland, Israel, Romania, Kosovo, Belarus, and Andorra. Sixth position, Andorra. Again, another side that are sort of the whipping boys, to say the very, very least. Fifth position, going to go Belarus. Again, they haven't been in international sort of competition since May 2021. So it's been a long, long time since they have been in qualifying competition. So they'll be a bit rusty, but should be a good, interesting competition for them as well. Fourth position, going to go Romania. Yeah. Again, I don't think they've got enough. I just don't think they've got enough to compete with the likes of obviously Switzerland, Israel, and obviously Kosovo. So fourth position, Romania. Third position, I'm going to go Kosovo. I think Kosovo are going to have a good qualifiers, and obviously Muric is another one to look forward to. He is a very, very good goalkeeper for Burnley, and I do think Kosovo will get third position. Second position, going to go Israel, Manor Solomon. Remember this guy. He has been fantastic for Fulham recently, and he is going to be very, very good for Israel. And I think that their qualification hopes will be if he can stay fit, and obviously if he can score goals. A very, very good signing for Fulham, it has to be said. And now obviously leaves Switzerland as number one. They had a good World Cup. Obviously until they met Portugal, of course, and that was an interesting game to say the very, very least. But Switzerland should breeze this group. It is a very, very kind group for Switzerland, so I fully expect them to win Group I. And finally, we have got to Group J. We have Portugal, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Iceland, Luxembourg, Slovakia, and Liechtenstein. Sixth position, Liechtenstein. I'm going to go Liechtenstein. Look, FC Vaduz did very, very well to get to the Europa Conference League, but unfortunately, I just don't think that Liechtenstein have the players to do it at this moment in time. Fifth position, Iceland. Yes, I think it's another team that's in transition. Another team that's sort of coming through. There's a good few young players coming through in Iceland's side, so I fully expect them to do well in that one. Fourth position, I'm going to go to Slovakia. Yeah, another side who are sort of on the decline a little bit. Slovakia still obviously got Martin Dubravka in goal, but unfortunately that's not going to be enough to get them through. Milan Skriniar as well. I don't think Slovakia are going to do very, very well in this competition. Third position, I'm going to go Luxembourg. I do think Luxembourg are one of those sides who are a very, very interesting outfit. And, they did actually beat Ireland away and at home as well. So I fully expect Luxembourg to do well in these competitions. Definitely. Second position, Bosnia and Herzegovina. Yes, Bosnia haven't qualified for a while, and I think that they might look at this group and think, okay, apart from obviously Portugal, Iceland, Luxembourg, Slovakia, and Liechtenstein, I think we could beat. I think we could definitely beat. So I'm going to go for Bosnia to finish second. And number one is obviously Portugal, managed by, you guessed it, Roberto Martinez. Yes, very, very interesting to say the very, very least. I don't know what to make of this appointment. I think it came out of left field. I don't think anyone sort of expected Martinez to be manager, but fair play to him. Fair play to him. And, I think if he can get Portugal firing, look, they've got a very, very good side up and coming. Goncalo Ramos, of course, is the striker that obviously got the hat trick against Switzerland. He's going to be very, very good, I think, as well. And also, I think we're sort of seeing the last years of Cristiano Ronaldo now. As well. Still got a fantastic squad though. Jota, Fernandez, Cancelo. Obviously, they are playing very, very well. So I fully expect Portugal to finish top of the group. So, guys, there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave your predictions in the comment section down below. Let me know your 1 to 5 or 1 to 6, of course. And we shall see what happens in these European qualifiers. And I am lucky myself to be actually going to a couple of Scotland games throughout these qualifiers. So I will be doing my utmost best to give you as much content as possible. But thank you very much for watching. Please leave your predictions in the comment section down below. And another European qualifiers awaits us. And I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye for now. Thank you for watching.